Hey, fellas, I'm Brooke, and I've got a story that'll make you shake your head, or maybe cheer me on. I'm Trefia, the dependable big sister who's always been there for my family. Until they decided I wasn't worth inviting to my little brother's graduation party. They thought I'd just sit there and take it. But I had other plans. I booked a first-class ticket to Hawaii and let them deal with their mess. Stick around to hear how their perfect party turned into a disaster while I sipped cocktails on the beach. Hit that like button if you've ever been taken for granted. And let's see how I turned the tables. I've always been the rock in my family. Growing up, I was the one who kept the peace, mediating fights between my parents, helping my little brother, Jason, with his homework, even bailing my mom out when she forgot to pay the electric bill. I'm the oldest, so I guess it came with the territory. When Jason started college, I was his biggest cheerleader. I drove him to campus tours, lent him rent money when he was broke, stayed up all night editing his thesis because he said I was better at grammar. I was proud of him, proud to see him graduate after all the hard work. So when my mom sent a group text about his graduation party, I was excited to celebrate. Hey everyone! The final guest list for Jason's graduation bash is set. Can't wait to celebrate with you all, she wrote. I scrolled through the list. Cousins, old family friends, even distant relatives I hadn't seen in years. But my name wasn't there. I double-checked, thinking it was a mistake. Maybe she forgot to tag me. But no, she hadn't. I called her right away, trying to keep my voice steady. Hey, Mom, I didn't see my name on the party list, I said. There was a long pause. Then her chipper tone came through. Oh, yeah, honey. Jason wanted it to be more of a young crowd. You know, his college friends. We figured you'd understand. Understand that my own brother didn't want me at his milestone celebration. The one I'd supported every step of the way. I pressed her. What do you mean? Young crowd. I'm his sister. Another pause. Well, it's not personal, she said. We just didn't want things to feel awkward with Ava being there. Ava, my ex-best friend. The same Ava who betrayed me by hooking up with Jason a few months after we stopped speaking. I hadn't talked to her since I found out. And now, she was on the guest list while I was out. I went silent, my hands shaking. Oh, come on, Mom said, sensing my anger. Don't make this a thing. It's just a party. I hung up without a word. This wasn't just a party. This was years of giving, sacrificing, being the dependable one, and being tossed aside the second I wasn't convenient. I'd always been the peacemaker, the fixer, the one who showed up no matter what. But clearly, I was only valuable when they needed something. I sat on my couch, staring at nothing, my thoughts spiraling. I thought about all the times this had happened before. Birthdays they forgot to invite me to, family dinners I'd hear about last minute, calls that only came when someone needed a favor. I'd always said yes, always been there, and it got me nowhere. Then I thought about Ava, how she'd betrayed me, and now my own family was choosing her over me. Something inside me snapped. I wasn't going to sit around and wallow while they laughed over drinks with Ava, like everything was fine. I grabbed my laptop, poured a glass of whiskey, and searched one word, Hawaii. It felt reckless, maybe even a little crazy, but it also felt right. If they could exclude me from a celebration, I'd earned a seat at. I could live my life without their approval. I booked a 5-night stay at a beachfront resort on the Big Island. Oceanfront suite, spa access, infinity pool, the works. I even upgraded to first class on the flight. For once, I wasn't budgeting for someone else's needs. I was investing in myself. When the confirmation emails came through, I let out a breath I didn't realize I'd been holding. Then I opened Instagram and posted a story. A photo of my flight confirmation with the caption, uninvited but not unwanted. Island vibes. I wasn't expecting a big reaction, but within minutes, my phone lit up. My cousin Tara replied with a laughing emoji. Okay, Queen, go off. My friend Mason messaged. Wait, what? They didn't invite you. That's messed up. You deserve better. But the comment that hit me hardest came from Ava herself. She replied to my story. Glad you found something to do. We didn't want drama anyway. I froze. My jaw clenched so hard it hurt. She wasn't just okay with my absence. She was celebrating it. And my family was letting her. I didn't reply. I didn't block her either. I just turned off my notifications, poured another glass of whiskey, and smiled. In that moment, I knew I was doing the right thing. The next morning, I packed my bags with a quiet defiance I hadn't felt in years. Every sundress, every pair of sandals I folded into my suitcase felt like a declaration of self-worth. The airport was buzzing, but I floated through it. Earbuds in, playlist on, sunglasses hiding the exhaustion in my eyes. I boarded early, settled into my first-class seat. Leather, wide, plush, and felt a small thrill of luxury. As the plane took off, I watched the city fade beneath the clouds. I wasn't running away. I was choosing myself. Somewhere over the Pacific, I ordered a glass of champagne, snapped a photo of my legs stretched out, drink in hand, and captioned it, "Cheers to being cut off and flying first class." I hit post and leaned back, feeling a peace I hadn't felt in years. By the time I landed in Hawaii, my DMs were flooded. "Tara, again. I'm officially jealous. An old high school friend. You look so unbothered. Teach me your ways." Mason chimed in. "You win. Let them have their party. You're having a life." Then I saw a message from my mom. "Where are you? Are you really skipping your brother's graduation over this?" I didn't respond. A private car was waiting for me outside the airport, complete with cold bottled water and fresh orchids on the seat. The air smelled like sea breeze and plumeria, like the world was affirming my decision. At the resort, the concierge greeted me with a warm towel and a welcome cocktail. My suite had floor-to-ceiling windows overlooking turquoise waves, a bed that looked like a cloud, and a balcony with a hammock swaying in the breeze. I walked outside, let the warm air wrap around me, and posted one more photo of the ocean. Cut from the guest list, but not from happiness. Let them see it. Let them feel what I'd felt, overlooked, ignored, cast aside. The difference was, I had no regrets. Now, fellas, if you've ever been pushed aside by the people you do anything for, drop a comment below, just say I get it. I'll read everyone and reply. Keep listening, because I'm gonna tell you how their party fell apart while I found my peace. The next morning, I woke to sunlight slipping through the sheer white curtains of my suite, the sound of waves crashing gently in the distance. For a moment, I forgot everything, the hurt, the family drama, the betrayal. I was wrapped in a cocoon of peace, the kind that made the world feel gentle again. Then my phone buzzed, once, twice, then 10 times in a row. I ignored it at first, assuming it was more reactions to my posts. Maybe Tara sending another living your best life meme. But the names flashing across the screen made me sit up. Mom, Jason, cousin Rob, Aunt Janice, even grandma. Missed calls, voicemails, texts piling up faster than I could scroll. I hesitated, then unlocked the screen. The first message was from Jason. "Can you please answer? It's bad." Then from Mom, "We need you. There's been a disaster." I blinked, my heart thumping, not from concern, but from confusion. A message from Rob caught my eye. "Brooke, you dodged a bullet." The party turned into a complete shout show. A small smile tugged at my lips as I tapped to read more. Apparently, midway through Jason's graduation party, he and Ava had a blowout argument in front of everyone. Rob said Jason accused Ava of cheating with someone from her department. She denied it, loudly. And things escalated fast. Screaming, crying, drinks spilled, people filming. Ava slapped Jason across the face, stormed out, and took his car. But that wasn't the worst of it. Aunt Janice tried to intervene, slipped on the patio, and bruised her hip. Grandma, who hadn't even wanted to come, started crying and declared the party cursed by betrayal. In the background, my mom was panicking, trying to hold things together. But the venue cut the open bar early due to the chaos. Then came the cherry on top. A video of Jason, slurring and stumbling, grabbing the mic from the DJ and shouting, "I guess this night's about betrayal. So cheers to fake friends and faker family." He was pulled off the stage as the video ended. I laughed. Really laughed for the first time in days. Not because I was cruel, but because this was the party they insisted would be awkward if I attended. The one I was too dramatic for. And yet, they'd managed to self-destruct without me. A minute later, my phone rang. It was Tara. I answered, already smiling. "Let me guess, you're calling from the wreckage." She burst out laughing. "Girl, it was like a soap opera. You would have loved it if you hadn't been banned." I grinned. Give me the highlights. Tara didn't hold back. She walked me through every twist. Ava storming out with Jason's car keys. Mom sobbing in a bathroom. Uncle Rick and Aunt Janice blaming each other for not stepping in sooner. Grandma dramatically declaring the family cursed. I think she was quoting you. Tara joked. Perfect, I said, sipping my morning coffee with the most scenic view I'd ever had. Then Tara said something that made me pause. Oh, and people started saying the drama wouldn't have happened if you'd been there. I blinked. Wait, what? Yeah, she said. Aunt Janice told your mom you're usually the one who talks Jason down when he spirals. Then your mom said maybe they should have asked you to come after all. I stared at the ocean, letting that sink in. Let me get this straight, I said. I was excluded because my presence might cause drama. And now they're blaming the lack of my presence for the actual drama. Tara snorted. Yep, poetic. Right. I leaned back in my lounge chair, the warm breeze playing through my hair. I should have been angry, should have felt smug or vindicated. Instead, I just felt free. They're planning some kind of family meeting when you get back. Tara added. I laughed. Yeah, that's not happening. I looked out at the waves, the sun glinting off the water, and opened a browser tab. With a few taps, I extended my stay another 5 days. Then I posted one more photo. Palm trees under a clear blue sky, with the caption, sometimes peace means choosing to stay gone. Let them fix their mess. Let them talk circles around their regrets. Let them hold their family meetings and whisper about curses. I was done. That evening, I lounged under a cabana, sipping a mango cocktail with a paper umbrella that made me feel ridiculously luxurious. The air smelled like sea salt and hibiscus, soft island music playing in the distance. It was perfect. Then my phone vibrated again. I'd blocked Mom, Jason, and a few others, but messages were still sneaking through. This time, it was my cousin Lisa. I know you're ignoring everyone, and I get it, but you're gonna want to hear this. Call me. You have to hear what Grandma said. I grinned. Lisa usually stayed out of drama. So if she was reaching out, something wild had happened. I called her, and she answered, whispering like she was hiding. You're calling. Thank God. Are you sitting down? I smirked, looking at the 5-star resort around me. Yeah, I think I'm in a good place for this. Okay, she said, breathless. After the party exploded, Ava storming out, Jason sobbing, the bar shutting down. Your mom and Aunt Janice got into it. I raised an eyebrow. Over what? You, she said flatly. I blinked. Wait, what? Yeah, Lisa said. Aunt Janice said the meltdown could have been avoided if you were there. That you're the only one who can calm Jason when he spirals. Your mom said Janice was being dramatic. And then Grandma cut them off, stood up, raised a finger, and said, this is what happens when you alienate family. The universe takes note. I laughed so loud, a couple walking by turned and smiled. Grandma actually said that. Boom. And then she added, maybe if you hadn't treated Brooke like an outsider, Jason wouldn't be alone right now. Elisa said. Chuckling, I shook my head, stunned. So the same people who cut me out are now blaming me for not being there to clean up their disaster. It gets better. Lisa said, your mom tried to reach out to Jason's friends' parents to smooth things over. And one of the moms said, this sounds like a personal issue, and hung up. I nearly choked on my cocktail. Oh my God. Yep, Lisa said. It's been a symphony of disaster, but somehow all roads lead back to you. It's like they forgot they cut you out in the first place. I leaned back, eyes on the horizon. You know what the best part is? Lisa, I don't care. She burst out laughing. Good. You shouldn't. I just thought you'd appreciate hearing that Karma came around wearing heels. Thanks. I murmured. More than you know. There was a beat of quiet on the line. Then Lisa said softly, you really did the right thing. Brooke, you don't deserve the way they treat you. Thanks, I said. A warm flush of affirmation settling in my chest. So, you staying out there longer. I smiled. Already extended my trip another 5 days. Lisa whistled. That's iconic. I laughed, feeling lighter than I had in years. Live your best life, she said. Send me a photo of your breakfast tomorrow. I want to live vicariously. Deal, I said, and we hung up. I stared at the sky, now deep blue with stars beginning to shimmer. I hadn't felt this weightless in years. No guilt, no obligation, no emotional blackmail wrapped in family talk. I opened my messages one more time, scrolled through the blocked notifications. Mom, Jason, even Ava. and let out a soft laugh. Then I posted one final photo, my drink against the glowing ocean. Captioned, "They wanted me out, so I stayed gone." Best decision I've ever made. I turned my phone off completely, waved to the server for another round, and let the sound of waves drown out everything else. For once, I wasn't the fixer, the scapegoat, or the forgotten one waiting to be remembered. I was just free. The next morning, I woke to the scent of plumeria, drifting through the open balcony doors. I stretched under the soft sheets, a warm sense of peace lingering in my chest. I hadn't dreamed about family drama. I hadn't woken up dreading messages. Just calm. I picked up my phone out of habit and hesitated. Part of me wanted to stay unplugged, but curiosity got the better of me. Notifications flooded in, even with most of them blocked. "Mom, you need to stop acting like a child and call me." "Jason, I can't believe you're doing this. You're my sister." "Aunt Janice, we need to talk. This family needs fixing." I rolled my eyes and pressed delete. Their tone had shifted from dismissive to desperate, but I wasn't falling for it. Then a message from Lisa. "Heads up, your mom's trying to gather the family for a healing discussion when you get back." I laughed aloud. They expected me to return, sit in a circle, nod through forced apologies, and sweep it under the rug again. I typed back, "Thanks for the warning, but I won't be there." Lisa replied instantly. "Wait, what do you mean?" I smiled as I responded. "I'm extending my trip. They wanted to cut me out. Okay. I'm cutting myself off for good." Her reply came with a string of tearful emojis. "That's iconic. Tell me everything when you get back, whenever that is." I opened my laptop, added another full week to my stay, and sent one final message to the group thread I'd muted for days. "Oh, so now you want me around. Sorry, I'm too busy enjoying my overreaction. Have fun cleaning up your own messes." Then I blocked them all again, slipped into a sundress, and walked barefoot to the beach. The breeze kissed my skin. The sun lit the water in gold. And for the first time in forever, there was no guilt, no anger, no weight on my chest, just me, whole, unbothered, and finally free. I'm sharing this story because I know someone out there needs to hear it. If you've been taken for granted, if your family's made you feel like you don't matter, don't wait for their approval. Choose yourself. Drop your story in the comments. I want to know how you've handled being pushed aside. I'll pick one to share next week. So make it real. Hit that subscribe button. And check out the video next to this one. There's more true stories waiting. Share this with your buddies too. We all need to learn how to put ourselves first sometimes.